Hi there. So this video is about roundabouts. Now I've done quite a few videos on roundabouts, and I'll put a link at the top, and at the end I'll put a playlist. So if you want to look at what sort of videos on roundabouts are going to help you, then check at the end of the video and you'll certainly see it. What I'm going to do on this one is about understanding, reading the road ahead, reading what lane you need to be in to proceed on that roundabout, because you're taught at the beginning to use the mirrors, signals, position, speed and look routine, which is the correct routine to use, and standard around about 4 exits. Left goes left, right goes right, and you can use your middle lane to go ahead. Occasionally you're going to have to read the road ahead, and so while you're driving, read the road ahead all the time, and that's what you're going to start to do as you get better and better at roundabouts. You're going to understand that they're not all straightforward. You've got to read it. You got to read what the sign's telling you. You got to read what the lane markings are telling you, because if you don't, you'll end up in the wrong lane, going the wrong way. Okay, so we're going to turn it around. We'll do a bit of driving, and while we're driving along, I'll try and point these things out to you, some examples to give you an idea of what you should be doing. Let's get going. So we're driving to a roundabout coming up. It's nothing too complicated. You'll see the sign when we get closer. It's 4 exits. We're just going to do ahead on it. Nothing too complicated. Dead easy. So this is a simple one, and if you're not sure about roundabouts, there's a link at the top of this point here about the nice easy roundabouts. You can learn from that one. So we're going to use the left lane to go ahead, because that's what you're going to use at this point. I'm checking to the immediate right. Definitely a few bits of traffic, so I'm slowing down for the giveaway line in front of me. Get as close as you can, because that way when you pull off, you're closest to get on the roundabout. And I'm going past the bend, I'm checking the centre mirror left and signalling to tell people I'm coming off. Simple as that, nothing too complicated. And then you check that middle mirror and cancelling that signal. So that one's straightforward, nice and easy. So we're approaching this next roundabout now. It looks straightforward, 4 exits, nothing too complicated. So you would assume at that point you're going to use the left lane to go ahead, which you would probably be right most of the time. But as you get closer, we're slowing down, checking our mirrors. You can see there's an arrow on the ground painted, so I'm going to use the right lane to go ahead. You can see it coming up now. I'm slowing down so you can see. So sometimes you've got to go what the arrow says, so I stick to the right lane. Check the mirrors to the left, letting everyone know I'm coming off. So you just need to read the sign. The sign didn't tell you much about it, it's just a standard roundabout, but on the ground it told you to use the right lane for a reason. We'll move to the next one. So we're coming to this one here. This is a good example of unusual layouts. We're going to take the second exit to London. You can see it on the sign come up. Now, it's 3 lanes, and it's giving you the choice. I'm going to slow down a little bit. It's giving you a choice of left or middle. So if you ever get the choice, I usually take the left. I mean, the middle's going the same way. You can see it on the arrows there. And the reason why I'm taking the left lane is because I know that I'm going to come off in the left eventually. So I ignore this little arrow, and I stick to the left side, and I bring it round in the left, mirror signal to come off. As simple as that. Now, if I took the middle lane, I'll be forced myself into the right lane at this point, and then I've got the problem where I've got to get in back to the left somehow. So you just got to look at each situation on the roundabouts. So this one coming up, we're on a dual carriageway, and you're going to see 2 roundabouts on the sign. So when I get closer, I'll freeze the frame so you can see it a bit more on the roundabout, and we're going to go ahead. Now, to go ahead, you can't go directly in front of you. You've got to look at the sign. So the sign says left and then right to go ahead. So we're going to go ahead at this point. So we're slowing ourselves down. Now you've got a lot of traffic in front of you. So I mentioned then, to go ahead, you can't go directly ahead. You've got to follow the road to the left and then go ahead. So I'm going to use the left lane to start with. They're both going the same way. The middle lane could also help. That's going the same way, and as I come off here, I'm cancelling the signalling, and I'm going to go right at this point. So centre mirror right and signalling right. Now you could use the right lane to do it, but I'm going to use the middle lane, which becomes the left on the roundabout. left lane. Everyone knows I'm coming round. They've got the signal on. Mirror signals come off. So the right lane came off in the right lane at that point. So it's a bit more of a complicated one. But the sign kind of told you that to go ahead, you've got to go left and then right. So that's where the sign helps read things in advance. Otherwise, you could end up trying to go ahead and there's no ahead. So here's another one. We're just going to follow the road ahead. Now, the roundabout sign doesn't look complicated, but the arrows on the ground are instant again, so it's telling you to get across to go ahead. So I'm checking, make sure it's clear. Got a little blind spot, check on your right. And I'm going to go ahead because it looks like the left lane's got a little filter lane there going on. Yeah, see the solid white lines are going to appear a bit further up on the bend, so cars on the roundabout can't cross in, which you'll see what's going on in a few minutes. The next one. And I come across to the left. Okay, so move on. So this next one, so let's get the first roundabout here, and when we come off the roundabout, we're going to be following the signs for the local area, which is where the coachway is. Now the coachways, you can just see on the sign coming here. So it's a 4146 we're following now. So it's telling us that we really need to think about getting across. And if you look at the roundabout sign in the distance, it doesn't look too complicated. There's lots of signs on it, which means it's probably going to be big. And then beyond it, there's a gantry sign going across, and it's telling you you need to be in the right, so we need to get across. So you can see the blue coach sign, that's where we're going. So it's saying use the right lane to go ahead, because it looks like the other two lanes, in the middle and left, they're all going to the motorway. So this is an interesting one. So I'll just wait for the lights to change and then we'll move on. So to go ahead here, you would go probably across to the left lane, because that's what if you're not sure of the area. If you knew the area, you'd probably use the middle lane when you're going ahead, because it's just local knowledge. But technically we don't know the area, so we'll go across to the left, and that way we know we're coming off. But you can see the left and the middle are going the same way. So at least when we come off the roundabout, we're in the left lane. And that way there's no problem about drifting on roundabouts. That's it, lights changing, so we're coming off here. As we get around the bend, the lane marks on the ground are saying if you want to go to the coachway, it's left. If you want to go ahead, you need to get in the right lane. So I'm going to go ahead, so I'm check that blind spot on the right, let them know I'm coming across, and then carry on. So this final one, which I'm going to do, is an unusual one. So I'll tell you what's going to happen. We're going to do a right at the roundabout. Now you see the sign ahead of us. It doesn't look complicated, but this is another one where you've got to look at the lane markings, because what you've got to come off this roundabout here is a left filter lane with a solid white line on it. So it's giving way to the traffic. So as you move off, and it does catch people out, because they try and cross over the solid white line, which is wrong. So I'm checking them to come across, and I'm signalling left to come off the roundabout. Now if you can see here, solid white line. I can't cross into the left lane until I pass it. So now I'm checking the left, and I'm coming across now to the left lane. Now there was a silver car there, so I had to put a little bit of gas to get ahead of him. If it was too close, I'd be slowing down, letting him get ahead of it. So I'm hoping that quick video I've done on watching what you're doing when you come to roundabouts, looking at the lane markings, looking at the signs, all these things you got to start to take into account when you're doing roundabouts. It's not straightforward. Good luck with your driving, and if you're new to my channel, press the subscribe button on the bottom corner, and if you've got your test coming up, good luck with your driving test. Safe driving.